Hey, Elvis Cup Guy here. Quick video. Today's video is about Loxi Sibley. That's Loxi Sibley. She is the artist who actually did the artwork that was sold as posters or art prints at Elvis concerts in late 1976, I believe, beginning in Las Vegas in December of 76. And all throughout 77 up until the last concerts. So I'd like to show you a couple of the prints and give you a little bio about her, a little backstory, and the strange tie-in between these prints that were sold at concerts and Ginger Alden. So let me go ahead and get into it. So what I've got here are the actual two of the prints. I believe there was one more that was sold, but here's one. As you can see, it's signed Loxi Sibley, and here's another one, another version, and it's signed by Loxi Sibley, not signed for. And as you can see here, it's got the BOXCAR logo on it. Okay, and so does the other one. I don't want these things to roll up. But these were sold at Elvis concerts, starting from the research I've done, starting maybe in December of 76 in Vegas, and all throughout 1977. I know they were sold at the concert I went to on February 21st, 1977. Here's a photo, screen grab, of a guy selling some of the tour merchandise at the CBS, one of the CBS concerts that was filmed in June of 77. You can see he's wearing some buttons, Concert Folio Volume 6, if you can make that out. And he's selling this print right here. So let me show you Loxi Sibley in the studio, her art studio in I believe this is 77, but you can see these two prints behind her. And looks like she's working on another one there. But got a little bio on her, but that's her back in 77, I believe. But here she is today. And of all this stuff, the research I've done, I'm not going to read the whole thing. You can go back and freeze frame this, or Google Loxi Sibley. But she's got a website. Just Google Loxi Sibley, you'll see it. But anyway, kind of a brief synopsis of what she did. She was an artist. She did some Elvis paintings starting in 74. She really didn't like them. And she got introduced to Lee Cotton, who actually wrote a book about Elvis, or some books, I believe. And he knew the Colonel, and he somehow got hold of one or two of her paintings she did, and he sent the Colonel photos of her work, and I believe it was these two, or were these two. And before you know it, the Colonel reached some kind of agreement with her, and they started selling these at Elvis concerts in late 76. And if this one looks familiar, it was used for the basis for the artwork for the Welcome to My World album that was released, I think, in February of 77. And I think they changed his collar up, or changed his shirt, but it's the same face. But here's the article if you'd like to read it. I'll go slow and you can kind of scroll down and then freeze frame it. But interesting how she managed to get these to the Colonel, and then he in turn liked them so much that they sold them at Elvis concerts. Well, Ginger Alden's book that she wrote a couple years ago, she mentions that the first time she went to Las Vegas with Elvis, her family went also. Printed a page from it. I went into my bathroom and did as he requested, taking one last look in the mirror, whatever, da, da, da. My family had seen me wear gowns at pageants, just, you know, like I said, you can freeze frame this and read it. But after we'd admired it for a few moments, Elvis handed the painting to my father. Oh, let me go back. My family had seen me wear gowns at pageants, but this was the real thing, and they were full of compliments. Elvis left the room then, only to return carrying the framed reproduction of a painting of himself by the artist Loxi Sibley. As we admired it for a few minutes, Elvis handed the painting to my father. I want you to have it, he said, once again demonstrating how much he wanted to give to everyone around him. So one of the first times that I think Ginger or her family, or maybe they all went together, saw Elvis perform in Vegas, he thought enough of this artwork to give her a framed copy of it, or print of it, to her dad. Let's see here. And this kind of gives the time frame, December 2nd through the 12th. Is when I believe this happened. And Ginger Alden was in the audience on opening night. So, anyway, that's the story on the Loxi Sibley prints of these paintings. And I think there's another version that they sold at concerts, but I know they sold these two because they were at the concert, being sold at the concert I went to in February 21st, 1977. And as evident here, even the shows that were in June of 77 that were filmed for the CBS special were they were selling them there also. So thought you'd enjoy that little kind of behind the scenes of what these are. And like I said, this one on the right may look a little familiar because it was used as the basis for the Welcome to My World front of the album, the artwork. And of course, these have been reproduced many times over on postcards and other reprints, but these are actually posters from Elvis concerts that were sold at the concession stands and throughout the show, before the concert and after, to fans, and they could buy them. They were kind of expensive. I remember at the time when I went, because I wanted one, but they were pretty expensive. And like I said, these are pretty heavy quality poster print, almost like art, just thick art paper that you would do like a watercolor or something on. But there's not a whole lot on the internet about her. And like I said, she does have a website, and please visit it. Just Google Loxi Sibley, and you'll see her web page. And she does a lot of other artwork, but she's kind of one of those things that's bubbled under in the Elvis world of collecting, that people just take for granted that these are posters and they don't know the real story behind them. But there you go. So please subscribe to my videos. I put out new Elvis content at least once a week, sometimes twice a week. But I enjoy showing things from my collection, some of the things I know. And please subscribe, like the video. If you hit that little bell notification, you'll be notified when I put on a new video. So once again, for recap, if you can't tell, my videos are kind of a one-shot deal. So not a lot of editing. Well, no editing. So Loxi Sibley, there she is, 1977, in her art studio painting these, or painting a new one there, but she has these two up, and final shot, there they are.